Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is new initiatives in higher education in the state of Tennessee, and we're fortunate to have with us to talk about some of the things that are being done in higher education in the state of Tennessee, the Chancellor of the Tennessee Board of Regents, Dr. Charles Manning. And of course, Dr. Manning, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
To be here.
And to tell you how delighted we are to have you, and to also remind our audience that you've been with us on a couple of occasions, and so that means that there are some of the viewers who might know you, but at the same time there might be a number who might not know you, and so what we'd like to do is to have you to give us some background information about your background, your education, and some of the things that eventually led you to the Tennessee Board of Regents as the Chancellor of the system.
Well, thank you, and I've been here 7 years and love it. But going back before that, I've had the opportunity to be in a similar kind of position in West Virginia. I've been in Colorado and Oklahoma and Missouri for periods of time, all working in higher education, and very much enjoy it. Enjoy being here.
Very good. And of course, this is probably a very, very exciting time in the state of Tennessee dealing with higher education, because we know that the governor has been involved in providing a number of new initiatives, and so we would like to talk about that today. But before we get into that, Dr. Manning, let's have you to give us some information, our audience, some information about the Tennessee Board of Regents and some of the things that are associated with that, the status.
I appreciate that very much. It's you know, when I came here, it sounds pretty good, Chancellor of the Tennessee Board of Regents, and lots of time people say, well, that sounds good. What is that? And I've come down after 7 years. I figured out how to talk about Tennessee Board of Regents. It's all of public higher education in the state of Tennessee that's not orange.
Orange, very good.
It's not the University of Tennessee, but includes 6 universities from University of Memphis to East Tennessee, and of course in Middle Tennessee. We have Tennessee State University, we have Austin P, we have Middle Tennessee, and Tennessee Tech off to the east a little bit. Then we have the 13 community colleges and their 26 technology centers, and one of those is right over White Bridge Road here in Nashville as well, and they don't offer degrees, they offer training in skills that are very employable, and many of those you can walk out with anybody from $35,000 to $55,000 salary. So they do just a tremendous job.
And so you touch a large number of students involved in higher education with all those institutions, and as well as their families, which is to say that when we talk about the students, we're also talking about their support here and there. So that impacts a whole lot of folks in the state.
It's about 190,000 students in total across the whole system. What I think is absolutely imperative in Tennessee, and I'll confess this is my belief, and some people might not buy into it, but I believe that in the future that most Tennesseans are going to need more skills and training than their parents did to live the same economic life that their parents did. And that's because of the increasing competitive world that's around us, and how important knowledge and skills are to navigate in that world, and be able to move from one job to another, to be able to see opportunities and take it, to be able to start your own company and work with that. So I'm very much a proponent of needing to go beyond high school in your education. And you were talking about governor's initiatives. That's certainly an exciting part of what's going on. His focus on education and being able to get more people better prepared, really college ready out of high school. And then one of the interesting things that's happened, we were talking that we've been around the barn a little while. We're both not spring chickens, let me say it that way. But when I went to school, the responsibility for getting through was yours personally as a student. And in fact, institutions would brag about 2 things, talk about what quality they had, how high their admission standards were, how many people they flunked out. You know, if you didn't make it, so the old story of look to the left of you, look to the right of you, not everybody's going to be here, and that was a point of honor. Well, today the society, with many, many more people needing to get post-secondary education, the whole focus is retention and graduation and getting people through. So we need more people in and more people through, and that's a lot of what the governor is talking about and promoting, and thinking of education as a pipeline from preschool on through a post-secondary experience.
Very good. And of course, Chancellor, let us take this first commercial break, and we'll be back, and we'll continue these initiatives that the governor is making so that everybody can be involved in it. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break.